Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nursuhailah Nabilah, and today I will be presenting my research title, The Impact of Price Perception on Purchase Intention Among Shopee Users in Malaysia. So for today's presentation, I will go through several main parts, which is the introduction, problem statement, research objectives and research question, literature review, conceptual framework, methodology, data collection, and research instrument. To begin, let me explain the key variables in my study. So the dependent variables is purchase intention, and purchase intention refers to how likely a consumer is to buy something. And in online shopping, users often rely on cues like price, reviews, and seller ratings. And even though shopping has high traffic and is very popular, especially among the young adults, not everyone ends up buying from Shopee. So understanding what encourages or discourages purchase intention is important. So next is independent variable, which is price perception. So in my study, price perception has 4 components. The first one is value consciousness. The second one is price consciousness. The third one is price quality association. And the last one is perceived product quality. And because Shopee has many sellers with different prices for similar items, consumers interpret prices differently, and this makes price perception a key factor that influences whether they will purchase or not. Finally, for the industry background, this study focuses on e-commerce in Malaysia, specifically on Shopee, because it has become one of the most dominant platforms among the Malaysians. Okay, moving on to the problem statement. So, past research has shown that many online consumers in Malaysia still hesitate to make a purchase due to uncertainty and low confidence in online platforms. And researchers also found that external cues like reviews, seller ratings, and price information have a strong impact on purchase intention. And when these cues are missing, unclear, or inconsistent, purchase intention decreases. And some studies also highlight that consumers often feel confused when they see large price differences from different sellers on platforms like Shopee. But however, previous research rarely tested all 4 components of price perception together, and this actually creates a research gap which my study aims to address. Okay, next, for the research objective, this study has 2 research objectives. First, to identify the level of price perception and purchase intention among Shopee users in Malaysia. And the second one is to examine the relationship between the 4 components of price perception and purchase intention. And the research question align with this objective, focusing on both the levels and the relationship. Moving on to literature review, my first component of price perception is value consciousness. So value consciousness refers to how much consumers want to best possible quality for the price they pay. And next is price consciousness. It refers to how strongly consumers focus on low prices when making purchase decisions. And the other component is price quality association. Price quality association is the belief that a higher price indicates higher product quality. And lastly, perceived product quality refers to a consumer's judgment about the overall excellence or superiority of a product. For the dependent variables, purchase intention refers to a consumer's readiness or willingness to buy a product, and it is commonly used in consumer behavior studies because it helps predict actual purchasing behavior. So here's my conceptual framework for my study. The 4 components of price perception, which is value consciousness, price consciousness, price quality association, and perceived product quality, they all serve as the independent variables, while purchase intention is the dependent variables. And this framework was adapted from Alivia and Hartono 2022 as well as Chen and Sedek 2007. So in my research, I uses a quantitative and correlational research design with a cross-sectional survey. And the population of this study is Shopee users in Malaysia, and I use convenient sampling because it is easier and more accessible. And a G-power analysis showed that the minimum sample size required for this study is 90 respondents. For the data collection procedure, there were several steps. First, I prepared the question A items based on the past studies, and then I consulted with my lecturer for approval. And next, I converted the question A into a Google form so that it's easier to distribute. And lastly, I distributed the online survey, both online and physically. So for online, I shared the question A through social media, and for the physically, during the semester break, I distributed the survey around Bukit Bintang and KLCC. So the question A consists of three main sections. The section A, which covers the demographic information. Section B to section E, which measure the four components of price perception. And section F, which measures purchase intention. And all items use a 5-point Likert scale ranging from 1, which is strongly disagree, to 5, strongly agree. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.